Hello everyone, you are welcome to Network Tips. So, in our previous class, we created a repository on our GitHub account, and we made a clone of that repository on our local system using the Git client and the Git client Git clone using the no type the command Git clone and the URL of the remote repository. We made a clone of that repository demo repo. Now, on this class, currently now this repository is empty. So what we're going to do on this class is we are going to create a file on this repository and start tracking changes that will be made on this file. So having said that, I'm going to change to this repository demo repo. Now, if I type ls, this file is empty, but apparently the only file that is there or directory that is there is this .git client. How this .git client is a hidden file. Any file, or I mean a hidden directory, any directory that starts with dot is a hidden directory. And to see that, you're going to use the -a, which means to see all, to see such a directory. So that's the only directory that is there. So we are going to create a file. I'm going to create a file using my Vim editor to open this file. I'm going to use readme. The name of the file is going to be readme.md. So readme is basically a file on your repository, that tells people about this project and how to utilize this project. Just like your gadget, when you purchase a gadget, you're going to see a manual on the gadget pack that tells you how to use this gadget, right? So that's how your readme file is as well. I'm going to hit enter and the type I on my keyboard to start editing this file. I'm going to say this is a readme file. Then going to hit escape keyboard, shift colon WQ to write and quit on this file. Now we have this file. If I type list, you're going to see it. We have this file on our local repository, but it's not yet committed to the remote repository. Now, any developer that go and copy this address now and clone a copy of this remote repository on his own local system as well, it's not going to have access to this readme file that we just created, and any changes we are going to make on this file, it's not going to see it as well. So for us to make this change and this file available, these changes and this file available to other engineers that will be working on this repository, we are going to add it to the commit it and push it to the remote repository. How are we going to do that? First of all, we are going to find out the status of the file using the git status, and basically it's showing us what we are seeing here is showing us the branch we are currently working on, and it's showing us no commit has been made yet, and the files that are on track. So I currently have only one file on this repository, which is the readme file, and it's showing me that it's on track. That's why it's on the red mark. It's marked with red. You understand? For us to start tracking this file, we're going to use the command git add. Then I'm going to type the name of the file, readme, to add this command, to add this file. But I'm not going to hit enter now to add this file. I'm going to show you how you can add multiple files had it been you have more than one files on this directory or on this repository. So imagine like you have up to like 50 files. Are you going to start typing git add one by one to add it? You can see the administrative overhead of it. It's too much. So for you to do that, you're going to use the command dot to add all changes that are being made on this repository, and it's going to add all the changes. And if I type the git status again, you can see that the file has been added. So it's showing you changes to be committed. So this file has been added, and any change that will be made on this file will be tracked. So let's go ahead and make another change on this file, and let me show you. I'm going to use Vim, then open it again, use O to go to the next line, type O to go to the next line. Then I will start type new change made. So escape, shift column, right and quit. Then exit. Then git status to see the status of our file. So it's showing you, yeah, there is a change to be made, to be committed, but again, there is this file has been modified. So I can go ahead and commit this one I've made if I want to, or I can add this change that I just made now also. So either ways, or I can restore, I can remove that change by using the git restore file to discard that change, or I can even on to stop tracking this file. I can still use the git remove, then dash dash catch to the file to remove, to stop tracking this file as well if I want to. So but I want to add this change I just made now by using the command git add and use dot again, then git status to see the status of my file. So you can see all my changes have been committed, and the changes have been moved from untracked and modified to the stage area on the git repository. So any stage area, any file that is on the stage area is waiting to be committed. So for me to commit this file, I have to do a couple of things on my remote repository to start for me to commit this file and push it to the remote repository. I have to configure some information like my username or my email address, so it can be used to track changes that are being made and who made this change on this repository. That's what it's used for. So I'm going to use the command git config dash dash global to configure this thing globally on my system. So any repository that I clone is still going to use the same information instead of me typing it again. So I'm going to type user dot name, then dash double quote to type my name, then close the double quote and hit enter. Then git config dash dash global, then user, then email space column malo at gmail.com, then close the quote, then hit enter. So let me verify what I just configured. I'm going to use git config dash dash list to see the information that I just configured. So you can see my user is showing me malo, my email is showing me malo at gmail.com. So I can see that everything is correct. So anytime I make a commit and push it to this repository, it's going to this information is going to be attached to my any commit I'm making. So anytime there is a break in the code, they can track it back to who made that change and what actually caused that change as well. So used for blame. So just for records. So we're going to go ahead now and commit our changes to the I'm going to use the command git commit, and I'm going to type enter. Now you cannot commit any change without adding any, and you cannot commit any change without adding any commit message. You understand? So it have to be something that you did. It have to be a change that you made on this repository for you to commit it. So you have to say what change you actually made on this repository that you want to commit. Did you fix a bug? Let me say the notification icon is having an issue, or the like button is having an issue, and you fix the like button, or you added a new feature. You understand? You can say new like button feature if it's what you just made. If it's a change that you just made, You understand? Or notification error, bug error fix. You understand? So these are the kind of message that you're gonna fix, type. So I'm not going to type that message here now. I'm going to do Control S to quit out from this message, and show you how you can type that message on the command line on the go. So it's going to be git commit dash m space shift double quote. Then I'm going to type my message here, initial commit, because this is first commit I'm making. I'm going to close my quote and hit enter. So it's showing me my changes has been made, and if I want to see all my git commit, if I do git log, it's going to show me this is my first commit, the author, the person that made this commit, and this is the person, the username, the email, the date that this commit was made, the message, the message, the commit message, which is initial commit, and it's showing me the hash commit. You understand? This is just the hash. You understand? So this commit is being made on the main branch on my local repository, but it have not been pushed. Currently now, this commit is still on my local repository. If any engineer still clone that repository, it's not gonna see this commit until I push it to the local repository now. So if I do git status now to see my changes, so you can see no git status, sorry, that was the wrong command. Git status, you can see that everything, no changes has been made on this repository. It's just waiting for me to just come to push my changes to the remote repository. So I'm going to go ahead now and push it to the remote repository using the command git push. Then I'm supposed to type the remote repository name if I want to, or I'm going to show you something, git push remote dash dash v. No, I'm going to dash v. It's going to show me my remote repository. This is my remote repository, git github dot my name, then the repository, then github dot this thing. So if I want to fetch a new, this is the repository. If I want to fetch a new change that be made on this repository, this is the repository I'm fetching from, and this is the repository I'm pushing. I'm going to push to. Now there is the alias for this repository is origin. You can change this name if you wish to. So if I want to push to this repository, I will simply type git push. I will type origin. You understand? If I want to include this origin, but if I don't want to include it, it's there by default. I can just type git push, and the GitHub, my Git client is going to know the default repository to push to is this origin, which is this my remote repository. So this guy here, this is where it's pushing to, and this is where I'm fetching to. They are all the same repository. So I'm going to just type git push. You can still just give space and type origin if you want to. It's still gonna do the same thing. So I'm just going to type git push, and it's going to push my remote repository. And to which branch did it push it to? To the main branch. You understand? Once you create your repository, the default branch is going to be main or master, depending on the repository. So the default branch it was pushed to is the main. So if I go to my GitHub account now, GitHub remote repository, and refresh, I should see those changes made. You understand? So you can see, if I click here, you can see my change. This is a readme file and the new change made. So this is it. Now if I go to blame, it's going to show me who actually made that change. So it's showing me initial commit, and it's going to show you it was made by you can see by Malo. You understand? So that's the essence of the username and and the email that we configured. So if you want to make check who actually made this commit, you come to this blame and they hover around, mouse around here. You can see committed this guy 4 minutes ago, something like that, and you can see it. So with that, it will bring us to the end of this class. And don't forget to like my video, subscribe to my channel to keep up to date on the latest video I'm going to upload on this channel. So see you in the next class. Yeah, bye.